My name's Brian Ive. I'm the Development Executive for the Effingham Development Joint Venture, which is a joint venture between eThekwini Municipality and Tongaat Hulett. The project started originally with the Riverhorse Valley Business Estate, and I'm now responsible for the second leg of that JV, which is the Bridge City Town Centre and Business Estate. Bridge City is essentially a new town centre in a previously disadvantaged area. As I said, it's most importantly a public-private partnership between the city and Tongaat Hulett, and Tongaat Hulett has been appointed the development manager and sales agents. So we put the project on the ground, and we are responsible for effecting sales. This slide indicates the Bridge City in context in terms of the surrounding KwaMashu, Montezuma, Nanda and Phoenix, and there's roughly 1 million people in the greater region around Bridge City. When this project was kick-started about 2006, it was essentially then the Phoenix South Industrial Park and comprised a number of industrial platforms, but none had been sold on the town centre area. This was fortuitous because we were then able to come in and retrofit a town centre with the new vision. The vision is essentially to establish a dynamic, harmonious and well-balanced city precinct of the highest aesthetic, landscape and urban design quality that promotes the notion of African urbanism. And from the vision slide you can see the kind of bulk that we're trying to achieve in the town centre. It's high bulk, in fact higher than the Mshonga town centre. If you go on site today, you'll see the shopping centre with 2 levels, 48,000 square meters of bulk, with parking on top, and adjacent to that on the same site is the bus and taxi rank built by the city. You'll see the platform already established with foundations and piling but for the hospital. You'll see the Magistrates Court, an iconic design building which we're very proud of, and in addition to that the government is busy putting in the rail line that will deliver trains in September this year into the underground station under the shopping centre. The business estate is currently being sold. We've had some good effective sales, and we are hopeful to sell out by the end of this year. The station building or station structure under the shopping centre is fully fitted out, ready and waiting for the trains to come rolling in September. There are some artistic views of the town square showing the relationship of the formal square to the buildings surrounding it, roughly 5 and 6 stories high, as well as how the buildings interface with the Bridge City Boulevard and the planting, and the most important component being the pedestrianisation of the boulevard and the pedestrian ways that lead throughout the town centre. The IRPTN, or the Integrated Rapid Public Transport Network, comprises fundamentally a rail line and a station, which is underway, and the BRT or Bus Rapid Transport System that will deliver big buses into the existing bus and taxi rank. 3 eThekwini routes converge on Bridge City, and all 3 are going to be started by the end of this year, with a 2.5-year construction period. We estimate in excess of 100,000 people per day going through the intermodal facility. The bus routes essentially are going to be located alongside the M25 freeway, and then we'll go underground into the bus terminus next to the shopping centre. The routes that will be constructed as phase 1 by the city is the northern route going to Cornelia and Mshonga town centre, the western route going up to New Germany and Pinetown, and the southern route going all the way into the CBD of Durban. Roughly 50% of the sites by area have been sold, and I would estimate that roughly 35% of the bulk has been sold to date in Bridge City. The framework plan just shows the beautification that we propose and the planting scheme, so that it's not going to be a barren vision, it's going to be a people-friendly vision with lots of planting and urban spaces. On the business estate, 75% of the area has been sold, with remaining, I think it's 3.2 hectares still available for sale. Precinct plans are being created for all the different components in Bridge City, which essentially takes the town planning scheme controls and puts them into pictorial form from which any developer can understand exactly what is permitted to be built on any site. Why are we all here today? Essentially, it's an opportunity not to be missed. All the sites in the town centre are serviced, saleable and developable. The Regional Magistrates Court is completed and opening shortly. The Regional State Hospital, we're hoping that top structures will start by the end of the year. And then importantly, the public transport system, in terms of the rail station being completed and the rail line being constructed, all opening in September this year. And the BRT routes the routes have been finalised, and construction is due to start by the end of this year with a 2.5-year construction period. Again, we estimate in excess of 100,000 people per day will go through the intermodal facility. Essentially, Bridge City will then provide exceptional public transport to the region, to the whole of the region, and specifically to the town centre. There are servitudes that ensure access for pedestrians throughout the town centre and from the intermodal facility into the core of the town centre. The shopping centre itself, as constructed by Crowe Projects, is very successful, and you only have to go there to see the number of people that go in and out of the centre every day. The residential development on top of the shopping centre is likely to start before the end of this year, and will, we understand, comprise 3 or 4 phases, starting with rental stock. The Management Association of Bridge City is established, it's up and running, and has a security presence in the town centre 24 hours, 7 days a week, and it also currently maintains all the public spaces and roads. We believe Bridge City is the best value for your square metre in eThekwini, and it's priced, the town centre is priced as a base price at 950 Rand a square metre bulk, up to 1.5 FAR, that's a deemed base price. And then the remaining permitted bulk on any site is priced at 300 Rand a square metre bulk for residential. The business estate, it's essentially similar to Riverhorse, and we're looking for retail, warehousing and offices. 75% of the area has been sold. 3.2 hectares are still available for sale on 5 sites. There's great visibility from the M25 freeway, and it's directly opposite Phoenix Industrial Park. Prices there are 1,400 Rand a square metre platform. Just contact Sue Mayer or myself if you have any inquiries. And I think importantly, we need to note that the design review panel from our side meets with any purchaser and their design team at concept stage to agree on the concept, the best sites and the form of development. The design review panel must approve site development plans and building plans before submission to eThekwini Municipality. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Sue Mayer, and I'm the sales manager for Tongaat Hulett. I deal with all the various projects from Bridge City, Cornubia, Izinga, so it goes the residential to the high density to the mixed use projects. That's what I do. Where Tongaat Hulett fits in, do you want to know sort of what
looking for sales?
So for any type of sales, from industrial, commercial, retail and or residential vacant land, they can contact me. My phone number is 083 310 2206, or on the landline 031 560 1900, and then I'll arrange for plans or information, whatever the guys. I'll take them to site.